If a company goes bankrupt, the builder's property will be sold and you'll get your money back. Now your right won't be stuck, and the ed won't be able to stop it. Just imagine. You've invested your entire life savings into buying a flat, your dream home, a room for your children, and evening tea on the balcony. But then, one day, your builder is declared bankrupt, and everything comes to a halt. The construction site is shut, the office is closed, and there's no one left to answer your calls. You're still paying your bank EMIs, rent for your current place, and yet there's no legal way forward. Cases are stuck in court, and every time a ray of hope appears, another obstacle arises. The Enforcement Directorate, ED. Under money laundering investigations, the ED seizes all of the builder's properties. The land, the towers, even the project site itself. Everything gets sealed, and you, the buyer, are left waiting helplessly, wondering if you'll ever see your home or your money again. But now, this story is about to change. A historic decision has broken down the wall that stood for years between insolvency and ED proceedings. From now on, if a company goes bankrupt, its seized assets can be sold, and the money will go to investors, banks, and most importantly, homebuyers. And the ED will no longer block the process. This might sound like just another legal announcement, but in reality, it's a ray of hope for millions of Indian families whose dream homes have been stuck for years. When the ED and the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India, IBBI, came together, they didn't just issue a circular. They shook the system that had kept ordinary people waiting for justice. Until now, there was a major problem in the system. When a company was suspected of money laundering, the ED, Enforcement Directorate, would freeze all its assets, land, bank accounts, buildings, everything. On the other hand, if that same company entered the bankruptcy process under the IBC, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, the resolution professional couldn't do anything because the property was seized. This led to a constant clash between the two laws. The PMLA, Prevention of Money Laundering Act, said this is property linked to crime, while the IBC said this is the money of investors and homebuyers. And the result? Years of court hearings, stalled projects, and the common people stuck in between. No one got their flats, banks couldn't recover loans, and investors lost their money. Major builder cases like Amrapali, Unitech, Supertech, and DSR were perfect examples. Builders in jail, properties sealed, and buyers exhausted hearing the legal process is underway. But now, that era is coming to an end. After meetings held in October 2025, a new SOP, Standard Operating Procedure, was issued in early November. According to this new system, if a bankrupt company's property has been seized by the ED, the resolution professional can now apply to the PMLA court for its release. That means, legally, the property can now be sold, and the proceeds can be distributed to recover dues. This isn't just a procedural change, it's a rebirth of the system. Projects that have been stalled for years can finally be revived. Even if a company like XYZ Builders is under investigation for money laundering, its unfinished properties can now be sold. And the money from those sales will go directly to those who deserve it, banks, investors, and homebuyers. But this wasn't an easy change. It took months of discussions and multiple legal consultations between the ED and the IBBI, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. The conflict between the two agencies lay in the core of their laws. The PMLA claimed that any property linked to a crime belongs to the government, while the IBC said that a bankrupt company's property belongs to its stakeholders. This clash had kept hundreds of cases stuck for years. The most remarkable aspect of this new system is that the ED and IBBI have now built a trust-based mechanism. When a company's seized property is released, the resolution professional will be required to give an undertaking, stating that the property will be used only in the interest of creditors and stakeholders, not for the benefit of the company's promoters or accused individuals. This means that no accused person or company will ever get their property back. But buyers and banks will finally get what's rightfully theirs. The 𝐻 will monitor the entire process to ensure transparency. Every rupee will be accounted for: who purchased the asset, how much it was sold for, who received the payment, and which project was completed with the funds. The entire procedure will be subject to audit and reporting, preventing any misuse or manipulation. The biggest beneficiaries of this reform will be the banks. Across India, hundreds of IBC cases are pending, locking up thousands of crores of rupees belonging to banks. With the release and sale of these assets, banks will now be able to recover dues more efficiently. Their balance sheets will improve, and their capacity to issue new loans will increase, giving a boost to the financial system. The second major relief will go to homebuyers. Thousands of projects were left unfinished because the builders' properties were seized by the 𝐻. Now, with the ability to sell these assets, new investors and developers can step in and complete the construction. Meaning, those who have been waiting for their possession letters for years will finally be able to move into their own homes. The third benefit will be felt across the entire economic ecosystem. Under IBC, cases are meant to be resolved within 180 to 330 days, but due to 𝐻-related delays, they often dragged on for years. Now, with this new framework, the process will move in fast-track mode. Court cases will reduce, and the burden on the judicial system will also ease. The 𝐻 has stated that the strictness of the PMLA and the value recovery process under IBC are not contradictory, but complementary. This single line is extremely significant because it shows that the government will now punish crime and ensure that investors' money doesn't get trapped. Earlier, if a company owner was accused of fraud, the entire company would collapse, even if it involved thousands of innocent homebuyers and employees. Now the system has flipped. The guilty will be punished, but the public will not suffer. This mindset has given India's insolvency framework an entirely new identity. If you're a homebuyer, this change is the biggest sign of hope for you. Imagine, you booked a flat with a real estate company, the company went bankrupt, and the 𝐻 seized all its land and properties. Earlier, you could only wait endlessly for court orders or government intervention. But now, the resolution professional can directly approach the court to release and sell that property and ensure you get your flat or your money back. This reform isn't just economic, it's deeply social. In India, a home isn't just a property, it's a dream. And restoring that dream is perhaps the greatest achievement any government or institution can claim. This new system will also have a major impact on the real estate market. Investors' confidence will grow because they'll know that even if a builder goes bankrupt, their money won't vanish completely. As a result, finance companies, banks, and NBFCs will be more willing to fund real estate projects. That means new projects, more jobs, and a faster economy. The combination of IBC and PMLA could become a landmark model in India's judicial system. It proves that strong law enforcement and investment protection can coexist. Previously, it was unimaginable that property seized under money laundering laws could be repurposed for recovery. But now it's not only possible, it's legally protected. The collaboration between the 𝐻 and IBBI will also resolve many old disputes. For years, courts like the High Courts and the Supreme Court gave conflicting rulings on similar cases. Now, with a standard SOP, every case will follow a uniform direction, eliminating legal confusion. The question arises, can this system be misused? The 𝐻 has built safeguards for that too. Every property release will require court approval, and the resolution professional must submit detailed reports at every stage. Once an asset is sold, the entire process will undergo audit and verification to confirm how funds were used. If any irregularity is found, the 𝐻 will have the authority to intervene again. In short, this time transparency and accountability will go hand in hand. No innocent person will be trapped, no criminal will escape, and most importantly, the people's money will return to the people.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestion. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.